Okay, you guys, we're here with Chase Garbers after practice number 3. We'll go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I'll call on you. I'm Jeff. I'm sure I don't see any chats yet, but I'm sure you have a question. So we'll start with Jeff Ferrata.
Chase, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. So just take us through what the first 3 days of practice have been like, not only what you've done, but also just kind of how excited you've been to be back at it.
Well, we're very excited as a team to get back to practicing and being around each other. As an offense, we've had install 1 and 2 in these past 3 days, going really, really well. Like what we're seeing, on all aspects of offense, and we can't wait for tomorrow to get after it for another day.
Is there anything in particular or a couple of things that you really want to focus on during these next few weeks to get ready for the first game in terms of your own play?
Yeah, I mean, definitely live timing with the wideouts and tight ends. We really haven't had that much aspect going live, since about March with the new playbook and all against, DBs and full live practice type setting. And then just communication with the offensive line, figuring out who the point is in pass protection and all their run keys.
How natural was getting into it the last few days with the new offense, with the coaching changes? How's that been for you?
It felt pretty natural just because, Coach Musgrave and I were installing, over quarantine, and we had a couple walkthroughs leading up to the start of our fall camp. So it felt really natural, and can't wait for tomorrow.
Okay, Jeff, anything else?
Not for now.
Okay, Trace Travers.
Hey Chase, you mentioned the wide receiver tight end kind of timing as far as throwing. How has it been trying to build that back up kind of on the fly here?
First day was a little shaky just because, everyone had a little rust on them, haven't really practiced since about March, since spring ball. So just getting that out of the way. And these past 2 days, we really, came in together, and it was great. We had a really good day today.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone, I mean, I know it's still way early for this, but has anyone stuck out in that regard?
Please stood out. You can definitely see they've been putting a lot of time in the playbook,
Mm-hmm.
Since we were dismissed. The tight ends are coming along real well with Coach Tui coaching them up. Really like what we see from that room.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, Jackson Moore.
Yes, Chase, in some of the interviews the last couple of days, some of the media members have asked about the Washington game, and it's so far ahead, but with you and your family, can you just describe what was the reaction and the interactions when that game was pegged for the season opener?
Well, right when we found out we were playing Washington, I got a text from my brother already talking a little smack, but had to remind him that, we've beaten Washington the past 2 years, and that's gonna keep going forward. We're not gonna let that streak die off. But my brother was excited. I'm excited. See each other game 1. Definitely, a little bit different for my mom and dad. Don't know who they'll root for, but we'll see.
I had a separate question. Just you've got almost the entire offense basically coming back from last season, but to add in a grad transfer like Bradrick Shaw into the mix, sometimes you see them come in when there's a big hole, perhaps, and you guys have Chris Brown and everything. Just what is it like adding a weapon like that when you already have some established guys?
It's great. It adds depth to the running back room. Last year we had a 2-headed monster with Chris and Marcel, and now we have a 3-headed monster with all 3 of them. And Bradrick, came from Wisconsin, runs a similar system, pro style, downhill running. So he's really picked up on the offense pretty quickly, and I'm excited to have him.
Thank you.
Okay, Shaylin Singh from the Daily Cow.
Hey, Chase. Is your mentality any different this year going into camp in the season, knowing that you're now one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the Pac-12?
Say my mentality is different. Our goals as a team are the same every year. We're gonna try to compete and win every game, and ultimately win the North, win the Pac-12, and win whatever bowl game we're put in. And this year we have a really good chance of doing that. We have a lot of experience on both sides of the ball coming back, and I'm really looking forward to this season and showing what we can do as a team.
And then what's the most, do you think, difficult aspect so far of this extremely unique season?
I think definitely the time away from football that we've had. We haven't played a real game in about a year or so. And last time we were all together was in March. So I think, the camaraderie that you build up through winter and summer workouts and summer conditioning and all that, and having a true fall camp, because, this fall camp's different. We're actually in school, so you're not there from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. So it's a little different, but I think, that's definitely the most have these 4 weeks. And, we can't wait to get after it each and every day, and we'll be ready come November 7th.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we'll go through here a second and final time. If you have another question for Chase, let me know in the chat, please. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah. Chase, last year toward the end of the season when the offense got rolling a little bit, it seemed like your connection with Nico really got stronger. I'm wondering what you expect from him this year, and is he a guy that at this point you feel like you can always find him and use him to make a play?
Yeah, Nico's a big time player. He showed that at the end of last year, especially in the Stanford game. And what definitely helped is, he grew confidence in himself, and I also grew confidence in him as a route runner, pass catcher. So I think, just kind of building on that momentum from last year and, leading into this year. We've already seen it in fall camp. After these 3 practices, Nico and I really connected, and can't wait for, what he has in store for the season.
If I can ask you a follow-up, when a baseball pitcher goes to spring training, he takes a lot of time to get his arm ready, and he's not out there throwing 100 pitches in the first spring game, sort of getting it warmed up a little bit. I presume you've been throwing a lot, but now that camp is starting, do you feel like you have to sort of baby your arm a little bit? Or are you out there just flinging it around, or what's your approach on that?
No, I wouldn't say babying it, but, you're definitely cautious. You don't want to overthrow your arm out. You don't want to, throw 60-yard passes about 20 times in a row. That's not pretty smart. But, you got to go into camp ready, to complete any pass that's called. And that's exactly what I've been doing.
Is it hard to kind of restrain yourself? Because I'm sure there's a lot of enthusiasm right now. You guys have waited so long to start practicing. You feel like getting out there and just firing around, or do you have to be smarter than that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, first couple of days, you just want to go, just because you haven't been out there in a while. But you definitely, as the days goes on and practice goes along, you definitely kind of have to dial it back and kind of be more cautious.
How's it feeling right now, your arm?
Arm feels great. It's day 3, not sore, not tired. Arm feels great.
You could pitch 2 innings tomorrow, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I think we have one more guy that would like to ask a question of you. Number 4, a wide receiver, jumped on to ask you a question or two.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Man, put me on the spot.
This reporter stuff isn't for rookies, kid.
Yeah, I see that. Jeez, very unprepared. How many games we gonna win this year?
How many games are we winning?
Pac-12 championship?
Oh, we're winning all of them. Undefeated this year.
I like it.
Well, Nico's a lot better at answering questions than he is asking them. So we'll give him a break. Anybody else have one for Chase? All right, we'll let Chase go, and then I'm gonna stop the recording. I'll restart for Nico.
Thanks,
Chase,
Chase.
thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jake.